You don't want to become dangerous. You just want to look smart while staying safe. And that lie is costing you everything. Because deep down you know you've been playing small. You hide behind knowledge. You collect ideas. You repeat quotes. When it's time to act, you disappear. You've mastered sounding intelligent. You have not mastered becoming effective. That is your real weakness. You are not stupid. You are aware and inactive. The gap between what you know and what you do is killing your potential. Right now, silently, if that unsettles you, good. Comfort has been protecting your mediocrity. You don't need comfort. You need confrontation. Subscribe if you are done pretending you are progressing. Comment, I stop hiding. You want to become dangerously smart. Then understand this. Intelligence without execution is weakness. You can read everything, study everything, analyze everything. If you do not act, you are just a spectator. Spectators watch. Spectators talk. Spectators regret. That has been you. You wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect feeling. While you wait, life moves. Opportunities close. Time disappears. Someone less intelligent but more decisive replaces you. That should bother you. Clarity comes from action, not thinking. You do not think your way into confidence. You act your way into it. Every delay strengthens doubt. Every action builds authority. You talk too much, not just to others, to yourself. Constant analysis, endless internal noise. What if? Maybe later. I am not ready. That is not intelligence. That is fear wearing logic. Real intelligence is quiet. It observes, calculates, it moves. No hesitation, no announcement. You announce everything. You speak before you act. That is weakness. Talking gives you a false sense of progress. You feel productive without producing anything. Your brain rewards the illusion, so you stay stuck. Stop seeking validation. Dangerous intelligence does not need approval. It does not wait to be understood. It moves with certainty, even when no one is watching. Right now you care too much. Opinions control you. Reactions influence you. You filter your actions to stay comfortable. You avoid judgment. You dilute your power. Powerful actions are uncomfortable. Discipline is smarter than talent. You think intelligence is thinking better. It is acting consistently. The smartest person executes daily. You chase cleverness. You ignore consistency. Consistency compounds. One action repeated daily builds momentum. Momentum builds mastery. Mastery looks like intelligence. But it is discipline. Your environment shapes your mind, and you allow it. What you watch matters. What you hear matters. Who you follow matters. Your inputs are weak. Shallow content. Constant distraction. No depth. You expect a sharp mind with dull habits. That is delusion. Clean your environment. Remove what weakens you. Add what sharpens you. Protect your focus. Pain is not your enemy. It is your teacher. You avoid discomfort. You escape pressure. You distract yourself from struggle. So you avoid growth. Growth requires resistance. Growth requires friction. Growth requires you to continue when you want to stop. That is where change happens. You are predictable. Your habits are repetitive. Your thinking is repetitive. Your actions are repetitive. There is no edge. Dangerous minds are controlled but not predictable. They adapt. They observe. They move differently. You repeat patterns and call it life. Becoming dangerously smart is not about being louder. It is about being sharper, more precise, more disciplined, more controlled. Reduce noise. Increase execution. Think less. Do more. Speak less. Build more. Care less. Focus more. You must let go of the version of you that feels safe. The one that overthinks. The one that hesitates. The one that delays. That version is costing you time. Time does not return. You are either becoming sharper or softer. There is no middle. Every distraction weakens you. Every disciplined action strengthens you. For the next 48 hours, remove noise. No unnecessary scrolling. No pointless conversations. Move with intention. Every action must have purpose. Every decision must be controlled. Do not explain. Do not announce. Execute. Watch your mind sharpen. Watch your focus increase. Watch your confidence grow. Not from motivation, from action. Stop hiding behind intelligence. Use it. The world rewards execution, not potential. You are behind. You can still change that. This is your moment. Decide who you are. The one who thinks, or the one who acts. Prove it. You don't want to become dangerous. You want to appear intelligent while remaining safe. And that illusion is draining your life, because you already know the truth. You've been hiding behind thinking. You gather ideas. You repeat wisdom. You admire discipline, but you don't embody it. When action calls, you hesitate. That hesitation is your identity, not your potential, not your dreams, your hesitation. If you were honest, you would admit it. You don't struggle with knowing. You struggle with doing. And that is where your power collapses. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself not to impress others. He reminded himself that action defines character. Not thought, not intention, action. You read words like that. You feel something. Then you go back to comfort. That cycle is destroying you. You think awareness is progress. It is not. Awareness without discipline is self-deception. You are watching your own downfall with clarity, and still choosing it. That is dangerous. Not in power. In weakness. You have trained your mind to escape pressure. Every time things get difficult, you withdraw. You delay. You distract. You justify. And each time, you weaken your authority over yourself. Seneca warned that we suffer more in imagination than reality. But you don't even reach reality. You stop at imagination. You create fear. Then obey it. That is your pattern. You don't need more ideas. You need resistance. You need friction. You need to stop obeying your comfort. Because comfort is not neutral. It is a slow form of decay. You are not resting. You are eroding, piece by piece, choice by choice, day by day. You think you have time. That belief is your greatest weakness. Time is not waiting for you to be ready. It is exposing you while you delay. Every hour you waste becomes evidence. Evidence that you are not in control. That is the truth you avoid. You are not in control. Your impulses decide. Your emotions lead. Your habits dominate. And you follow. You call it personality. It is programming. Uncontrolled. Unchallenged. Unbroken. Epictetus taught that you are disturbed not by events, but by your judgment of them. But you never trained your judgment. You react instantly. You feel, then obey. You don't pause. You don't question. You don't resist. That is why your life feels unstable. Because your inner world has no discipline. You cannot build a stable life on an unstable mind. That is impossible. You keep searching for external solutions, better plans, better tools, better timing. But the problem is internal, always internal. Until you master yourself, nothing outside will change. That realization is uncomfortable because it removes every excuse. No one is responsible but you, not your past, not your environment, not your circumstances, you. And that responsibility feels heavy, so you avoid it. You distract yourself. You soften the truth. You tell yourself you are trying. But trying is not doing. Trying is hesitation disguised as effort. You either act, or you don't. There is no middle ground. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the obstacle is the way. You avoid obstacles, so you avoid growth. You choose the easy path, so you stay the same. You think difficulty is a sign to stop. It is a signal to continue. Everything valuable is hidden behind resistance, discipline, clarity, strength, control. All of it requires friction, and you keep running from it. That is why you feel weak. Not because you lack ability, because you lack exposure to resistance. You have trained yourself to escape discomfort. Now discomfort controls you. You feel it. You stop. You feel pressure. You withdraw. You feel uncertainty. You delay. That pattern defines you, and until you break it, nothing changes. You want to become dangerously smart. Then understand this. Dangerous intelligence is not loud. It is controlled. It is precise. It is disciplined. It does not argue. It executes. You argue with reality. You complain about difficulty. You resist what is required. And then you wonder why you are stuck. There is no mystery. You are choosing it. Every day. Through small decisions. Through repeated avoidance. Through silent excuses. That is how weakness is built. Not in one moment. In patterns. Repeated without awareness. Maintained without resistance. You don't need a breakthrough. You need interruption. You need to break your pattern. Aggressively. Decisively. Without negotiation. Because your current self will not evolve gradually. It must be challenged directly. You must confront your habits. Your distractions. Your delays. Your excuses. And remove them. Without emotion. Without hesitation. Without apology. That is control. That is power. That is what you lack. And that is what you must build. Seneca spoke about the shortness of life. Not because life is brief, but because it is wasted. You are wasting it. Not dramatically, quietly, through distraction, through delay, through inaction. That is how most lives disappear. Not through failure, through avoidance. You are not failing. You are avoiding, and avoidance feels safe, until time exposes it. Then regret replaces comfort, and regret is heavier than discipline. Remember that. Discipline feels hard now. Regret feels permanent later. Choose your burden, because you cannot escape both. You will carry one, either the weight of discipline, or the weight of regret, and one of them builds you, the other destroys you. There is no third option. Epictetus taught that no man is free who is not master of himself. You are not free. Your habits control you. Your impulses control you. Your distractions control you. Freedom is not doing what you want. Freedom is controlling what you do. That is the difference. And you have not built that control. You still obey comfort. You still obey emotion. You still obey resistance. That is not freedom. That is dependency. Dependency on ease. Dependency on distraction. Dependency on feeling good. And that dependency is weakening you. You cannot build strength while avoiding struggle. That is a contradiction. You want results without resistance. Clarity without silence. Discipline without discomfort. That is impossible. And deep down, you know it. But knowing is not enough. It never was. It never will be. Only action changes you. Only repetition shapes you. Only discipline defines you. Everything else is noise. You have been living in noise. Constant input. Constant distraction. Constant escape. You rarely sit in silence. Because silence exposes you. It shows you what you avoid. Your lack of structure. Your lack of control. Your lack of discipline. So you avoid silence. But silence is where clarity lives. Without it, your mind remains scattered, weak, reactive, unfocused. You cannot build a sharp mind in a noisy environment. That is why you struggle to think clearly. Your attention is divided. Your focus is weak. Your discipline is inconsistent. That combination guarantees failure. Not immediate failure. Slow failure. The kind that builds quietly. Until one day you realize nothing has changed. And by then, time is gone. That is the danger. Not sudden collapse. Gradual decay. You don't notice it until it's too late. That is why this moment matters. Because right now you are aware. Right now you see the pattern. Right now you have a choice. Continue repeating or break it. There is no neutral. Every moment is a decision. Every action reinforces something. Strength or weakness, discipline or distraction, control or chaos. You are always becoming something. The question is what? And the answer is in your actions. Not your thoughts, not your intentions, your actions. That is your truth. And that truth is exposing you. Right now. Without mercy. Without excuse. without distortion. So decide, not later, now. Who are you becoming? And more importantly, what are you willing to do about it? You memorize principles like they're weapons, but when reality tests you, you fold, you hesitate, you disappear. That is not intelligence. That is performance. And you've been performing for so long, you forgot what real growth feels like. Real growth is violent. It strips you. It exposes you. It forces you to confront the version of yourself you keep protecting. The weak one, the distracted one, the comfortable one. You protect that version with excuses. You defend it with logic. You hide it behind, "I'm learning." No, you're delaying. And delay is decay. Every moment you postpone action, you train your mind to hesitate. You reinforce weakness. You reward avoidance. That is how you built this version of yourself. Not in one decision, in patterns, repeated, unquestioned, unchallenged, and now you're trapped inside them. You wake up with intention, then fall into habit. You tell yourself today will be different, then repeat yesterday. That loop is your prison, and you built it, brick by brick, excuse by excuse, comfort by comfort. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself because he understood something you still ignore. The real battle is internal, not against people, not against circumstances, against your own undisciplined mind. You think your enemy is outside. It is not. It's the voice that tells you to wait, to rest, to delay, to escape. And you listen, every time. That's why you don't trust yourself. Because you've broken your own word too many times. You say you will act. You don't. You say you will focus. You drift. You say you will change. You repeat. And slowly, your identity shifts from someone who could to someone who talks about it. That is dangerous, not powerful. Dangerous in the worst way, because you are aware enough to see your potential, but undisciplined enough to never reach it. That gap creates frustration. That frustration creates self-doubt. And that doubt becomes your identity. You start believing you are inconsistent, unfocused, weak, and then you act accordingly. That's how identity is built. Through repeated proof. Not belief. Proof. Your actions are proving something about you every day. Right now, they are proving that you hesitate, that you avoid pressure, that you choose comfort, and that proof is shaping your future. Epictetus said discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. You choose what you want now, every time. Ease over effort, distraction over focus, comfort over growth, and then you wonder why nothing changes. Change requires contradiction. You must act against your impulses, against your habits, against your comfort. That is where transformation lives. Not in alignment with how you feel, in defiance of it. You've been waiting to feel ready. You never will. Readiness is a myth created by hesitation. Action creates readiness, not the other way around. You don't prepare to act. You act to prepare. That is the difference between you and someone who moves. They don't wait for clarity. They create it. They don't wait for confidence. They build it through action. They don't wait for the perfect plan. They execute imperfectly and adjust. And you wait. You analyze. You delay. That's your pattern. And it's predictable. Painfully predictable. Seneca warned about this. He said we suffer more from imagination than reality. But you've taken it further. You live in imagination. You build entire scenarios in your mind. You calculate outcomes. You anticipate failure. And then you stop before you even begin. You defeat yourself before reality gets the chance. That is not intelligence. That is self-sabotage disguised as thinking. Real intelligence is ruthless, cuts through noise. It ignores unnecessary fear. It focuses on what matters. And then it moves. You don't move. You hesitate because you're addicted to certainty. You want guarantees. You want assurance. You want control before you act. But control is earned through action, not before it. You want the result without the process. That is your contradiction, and it is destroying your progress. You want discipline without discomfort, focus without sacrifice, growth without pain. That is impossible. And deep down, you know it. But you still chase shortcuts. You still look for easier paths. You still hope there's a way around resistance. There isn't. Resistance is the path. The obstacle is the way. That is not a quote to admire. It is a principle to live. And you haven't lived it. You've only repeated it. That's your problem. You repeat wisdom. You don't embody it. And embodiment is everything. Without it, knowledge is useless. Without it, intelligence is empty. Without it, you remain exactly where you are. Thinking, planning, imagining, not becoming. Becoming requires destruction. You must destroy the version of you that avoids pressure, that seeks comfort, that fears judgment, that delays action. That version must go. Not slowly, not gently, completely, because it is incompatible with the life you claim to want. You cannot keep it and grow. You must choose. Comfort or expansion, ease or discipline, delay or action. There is no middle ground. And every day you try to balance both. You stay stuck. That is why you feel stagnant. Because you are divided. Part of you wants growth. Part of you wants comfort. And comfort is winning. Every time. Because you feed it. You reward it. You obey it. And what you feed grows. So your comfort grows stronger. Your discipline grows weaker. And your identity shifts accordingly. This is not random. This is constructed. By you. Through repetition. Through choice. Through avoidance. And it can be reversed. The same way it was built. Through repetition. Through choice. Through discomfort. You don't need motivation. You need structure. You need rules that remove negotiation. Because negotiation is where you lose. Every time you ask yourself if you should act, you've already weakened your position. Action should not be a debate. It should be a standard. You don't debate brushing your teeth. You don't debate eating. You do it. Automatically. That is the level your discipline must reach. Non-negotiable. Automatic. Relentless. Until it becomes identity. Because once it becomes identity, you don't rely on willpower. You rely on who you are. And right now, you are someone who hesitates. Someone who delays. Someone who avoids. That is your current identity. And until you change your actions, it will not change. You cannot think your way out of this. You must act your way out. Aggressively. Consistently. Without emotion. Without hesitation. Without excuse. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. He didn't wait to feel disciplined. He chose it. Over and over again. That is the practice. Not reading. Not watching. Doing. Relentlessly. Even when it's uncomfortable. Especially when it's uncomfortable. Because discomfort is the signal. The signal that you are growing. The signal that you are breaking patterns. The signal that you are becoming something different. And you avoid that signal. You interpret discomfort as danger. It is not danger. It is direction. But you misread it. So you retreat. And every retreat reinforces your weakness. Every retreat strengthens your fear. Every retreat confirms your doubt. That is why you feel stuck. Because you keep proving to yourself that you stop. So your mind expects you to stop. And you fulfill that expectation. Again and again. That loop must be broken. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. With action. Immediate. Uncomfortable. Decisive. Because hesitation is your disease. And action is the cure. You don't need more time. You need more courage. You don't need more knowledge. You need more execution. You don't need more planning. You need more discipline. Everything else is noise. Everything else is distraction. Everything else is escape. You already know enough. More than enough. The problem is not information. It is application. And until you fix that, nothing changes. You stay where you are. Watching others move. Watching others build. Watching others become. While you remain in preparation mode. Endless preparation. Endless delay. Endless stagnation. That is your reality. Unless you decide to break it. right now. Not gradually, not comfortably, aggressively, with intention, with discipline, with control, because that is what it takes. Not talent, not luck, control, total control over your actions, your time, your focus, your decisions. That is what makes someone dangerously smart. Not what they know, but how they act. And right now, you are not acting. So decide, are you going to continue thinking or finally become someone who executes? Because you cannot be both. And your future depends on that decision. Make it and prove it. Because right now, your words mean nothing. You have spoken too much, promised too much, planned too much, and executed too little. That imbalance is why you don't respect yourself. You feel it every time you delay, every time you quit early, every time you choose comfort over growth. You feel that quiet disappointment, that internal collapse, that voice that says, again, and you ignore it. You drown it in distraction. You bury it in entertainment. You silence it with noise, but it does not disappear. It waits. And every time you fail to act, it grows louder, until one day it becomes your identity. Not someone who could have been great, but someone who almost tried. That is a dangerous place to live, because it feels close to progress, but it leads nowhere. You are standing at the edge of potential, looking at it, understanding it, but never stepping into it. And that hesitation is costing you years. Years you will never recover. Seneca made it clear. It is not that life is short. It is that you waste most of it. You are wasting it now. Not dramatically, quietly, in small decisions, in delayed actions, in ignored responsibilities. That is how time disappears. Not in a moment, in patterns. You repeat the same day, with slight variations, different distractions, same avoidance, same hesitation, same outcome, and then you tell yourself tomorrow will change. But tomorrow is built on today, and today looks exactly like yesterday. So what exactly do you expect to change? Nothing changes until you do, and you haven't. Not in the way that matters. You adjust the surface, but the core remains the same. Undisciplined, reactive, comfort-driven. That is your foundation, and everything built on it will collapse. You cannot build strength on weakness. You cannot build clarity on distraction. You cannot build discipline on excuses. It doesn't work. And yet you keep trying. You try to improve outcomes without changing behavior. You want better results with the same habits. That is delusion, and it's holding you hostage. Epictetus taught that first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. You skip the second part. You define what you want to be, focused, disciplined, sharp, but you don't do what is required to become it. You admire the identity. You don't build it. An identity is not declared. It is earned through repetition, through action, through discipline, every single day. Not when you feel like it, not when it's convenient, every day. That is the standard you avoid, because it is demanding, because it is uncomfortable, because it exposes your inconsistency, and you don't want to face that. So you lower the standard. You make it easier. You make it negotiable. And then you wonder why it doesn't work. Because discipline cannot be optional. It must be absolute, non-negotiable, unquestioned. You don't ask yourself if you should act. You act. That is the shift. From thinking to doing. From hesitation to execution. From potential to reality. And that shift is simple, but not easy. It requires force. Internal force. The kind that overrides emotion, overrides comfort, overrides fear. That is control. And you don't have it yet, because you haven't trained it. Control is a skill, built through resistance, strengthened through repetition, proven through action. You build it every time you do what you don't feel like doing. You weaken it every time you give in. And right now, you give in too often. That is your truth. You give in to distraction. You give in to comfort. You give in to delay. And every time you do, you reinforce the version of you that stays stuck. That is how identity locks in, through consistent behavior, not occasional effort. Occasional effort changes nothing. It gives you the illusion of progress, but no real transformation. Real change is consistent, relentless, repetitive, boring. That's the part you avoid. Because you want intensity, you want excitement, you want sudden change. But growth is not dramatic. It is quiet. It is repetitive. It is disciplined. And that is why most people fail. Because they underestimate the process and overestimate motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It fades. It shifts. It disappears. Discipline remains. If you build it, if you train it, if you enforce it, and enforcement is the key. You must enforce your own standards, without exception, without excuse, without delay, because every exception weakens you, every excuse erodes you, every delay defines you. That is the cost, and you have been paying it daily, through small decisions, through silent compromises, through unnoticed patterns. And now you are here, aware, frustrated, unfulfilled, knowing you could be more, but not becoming it. That gap is your responsibility, no one else's. And that responsibility is heavy, but it is also power. Because if it is your fault, it is your solution. And that means you can change it, not through thought, through action, immediate, deliberate, uncomfortable action. That is where your transformation begins. Not in planning, not in watching, not in waiting, in doing. Right now, you have a choice. Continue the pattern, or break it. Not tomorrow, now. Because every moment you wait, you reinforce the old version of yourself. And the longer you reinforce it, the harder it becomes to break. So act, even if it's imperfect, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's unclear. Because action creates clarity. Action builds confidence. Action develops control. Everything you want is on the other side of action. Not thought, not intention, action. So stop thinking about who you could become and start proving it through what you do next, not later. Now, this is where most people turn away, not because they didn't understand, but because they did. And truth demands action. Right now, there's no confusion left, no excuses left, no illusion left. There is only a decision. You either go back to comfort or you step into discipline. And understand this clearly. The life you want is not hiding. It is waiting behind everything you've been avoiding. The discomfort, the silence, the repetition, the pressure. That is the gate. And most people will never walk through it. Not because they can't, but because they won't. They will choose ease. They will choose distraction. They will choose the familiar version of themselves, over and over again, until time runs out. Don't be one of them, because one day you will be forced to face yourself. Not the version you imagine, the version you built, through every action, every delay, every excuse, and that moment will not be kind. So decide now, will you respect yourself, or continue betraying your own potential? Because no one is watching, no one is coming. This is your responsibility, your standard, your life. And it will become exactly what your actions make it. Nothing more, nothing less. So walk away from this as the same person, or leave different, sharper, more disciplined, more controlled. The choice is yours. If something in you is waking up, if you feel that pressure, that awareness, then this is where it starts. Not with words, with action. Quiet, focused, relentless action. Subscribe if you're building that version of yourself. Not for motivation, for alignment, because this space is for people who execute, not just consume. Watch the next video on your screen. Don't scroll past it. That's your first test. Like if this hit you where it hurts. Comment what you're committing to change. Not for attention, for accountability. And then go prove it. Silently,